Maybe you are lonely, maybe you are lonely and just haven't realized that I'm lonely too. Fire, 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 can I be yours?
Guten Tag, Tom Torero, Craig Cassidy from Munich. Is that how you say it?
I think so. Guten Tag, everyone.
Craig's just had 3 sausages in his mouth and a couple of jugs. We've been sitting in a beer hall, eating sausages, drinking beer. Training is finished. We're in Munich. We're walking down the street. We're just about to start some dirty gutter game because we've only got this evening here. So if Craig runs off, he's not going for more sausages. He's going for some schnitzel. Keep focused, Craig, keep focused. And if I run off, we'll stick that in the podcast. Right, the topic of today is controlling your anger. Something that is not spoken about a lot with day gamers, the reality of the grind, the reality of getting blown out, bad days as well as good days, and you get angry. Now you can suppress the anger like British people and German people, and then you get passive aggressive. I've been guilty of that in the past. Students I've taught, you can feel a bit of, anger. Guys on the internet who are keyboard pickup artists get angry for a different reason. We'll talk about that. You get angry when girls flake. You get angry when girls are shit testing you on the street, on dates. You get angry with blue balls. Game is an emotional roller coaster, and you get amazing highs, and what is not spoken about a lot is that you get pretty big lows, but the payoffs are fucking good. Anyway, Craig, you've experienced these joys of the roller coaster, and you said in the past you were a lot more angry with like bad days and flakes and blue balls and stuff.
I think back in the day I was an angry person in general, so that kind of spilled out into all areas of my life, not just game. But certainly when you're doing day game, I'm getting IOIs here, guys. You react.
That's what it is, yeah.
You react, whether it's a girl that doesn't stop and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, or she stops and doesn't accept a compliment, or she doesn't give you the number, or she flakes, or she comes out but doesn't come back to yours. These are all points in a game where, if you have a lack of emotional control, you'll be pissed off. And I think through doing game, you have to learn how to control your emotional state, really.
Game is both the cause of it and the answer, really, I'd say. In the beginning, what it really is you losing the frame, isn't it?
Yes.
Because the first one to react loses. That's the general principle of game and life. And through doing game, as you just said in the bar, it's called game for a reason. I did a video once on it being like a computer game, and you walk around, and the more you do day game, the more you realise, like, haha, that was a funny blowout, like the one you had today. You're just like, that was fucking rude.
Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. It stings for a second. You just got to laugh it off.
You go, okay, no girl. Then you recognise maybe girls, which is game. Yes girls. You see it as a video game. You see it as we just saw our student there. Did very well. Shout out to the students today. Yes, so game is both the solution. The more cold approach pickup you have, and the more volume you have, and the more abundance you have, the more you calm down. Non-reactivity, that's the cornerstone of game, mostly. But let's talk about that 18-year-old in Poland, where girls test your patience, test your frame. And actually, complete non-reactivity is not the answer. It's not the answer for a parent or a teacher or somebody seducing. So you waited, and then you used the kind of built-up anger to an advantage. Do you want to summarize the gloriously hot 18-year-old girl?
Yeah. So this This girl was a girl that I'd met on a previous trip to Poland. 18 years old, met her in a park. It was a quick interaction, but she came out on the date, the first date. Didn't say too much, very shy. And I thought that was that. I'd never see her again. Then I was back in England for a little bit, went back to Poland, and she came out on the second date. This time the second date was in the apartment actually, which was a surprise, but she rejected pretty much every escalation attempt, which was fine. I stayed non-reactive. Then she came around for date number 3. Again, she didn't give me much, but I got a bit further. We got the make-out this time. But she, I could tell she was playing games. It wasn't straightforward, not like an English girl or a German girl where maybe 1-2 dates you should be able to get it done. But she kept coming around, so I knew she was interested. So I knew I couldn't react, otherwise I'd run the risk of completely losing it. Date number 4, again she came over. This time we'd already made out on date 3. Again, she was really rejecting my escalation in a way that it wasn't a hard no, because you've spoken about hard no's before, so I knew it wasn't. She wasn't.
It wasn't a total bitch.
Yeah. She wasn't really saying no. She was playing games.
Yep.
Like, she wouldn't come round to the apartment 3 times in a row if she, putting herself in a position where sex could happen if she wasn't interested. But after the 4th date, I was starting to get a bit annoyed, and so I used the first bit of anger to say, look, we probably shouldn't see each other anymore because you're playing games. I like you man to woman.
Royal flush.
Royal flush, yeah. So Tom's spoken about this many times. The royal flush, and so I kind of cut it off there, but it was my last day in the city. She texted, see if I wanted to meet. I just told her to come straight to the flat. She came in, and again it was a battle. It was from the sofa. We'd gone to the bedroom this time, and it was makeouts on the bed. It was wandering hands. She's accepting it, and then no, gets up, leaves. And this happened 3 times, and then I finally lost it, and I said, look, just leave. You're playing games, just get out. And I went and sat in the windowsill. I was texting. She went to the bathroom, and then she come out of the bathroom. I expected her to leave, but she shuffled over, head down, give me a hug. I asked her what she wanted. She said you, and so back in the bedroom, and this time it was the lay. So yeah.
So it's a blast of anger, controlled anger, if you like. It wasn't losing it at the first shit test on the first day,
and it wasn't screaming and shouting. It was just, look, leave.
Yeah, I think last podcast I said the boomerang, which is kind of like that royal flush. High risk, high reward, but like a good teacher, like a good parent, that's the only way to stop these games. So that's controlled anger. All right, well, let's wind it back. We've had students like this where you're getting angry on the street, you're angry halfway through a day game session, you've had 5 blowouts in London in a row. What are some ways to stop you getting into a nosedive, like a tailspin of anger and going, fuck this, and just going home?
It's a good question. For newbies, it's a hard one to answer, because I think experience counts for a lot. So I know after a run of blowouts, if I stay out, if I keep going, then eventually I will get one good interaction, which lifts the set, or lifts my mood. Sorry, but you can't really say that to a new guy. Just keep going. For me, treating it like a game helps. There's the old cheesy saying, each no brings you closer to a yes.
Taking a break.
Taking a break, yep. Going and grabbing a coffee. If you're feeling really heavy and you're running in and you feel your vibe is really bad, there's no point. Just go and have half an hour in a coffee shop and just relax, chill out.
It's often blood sugar, isn't it?
Yeah,
You think it's vibe, but it's blood sugar.
Yeah, if you're walking around for hours on end, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you've eaten enough. Crashing blood sugar causes you to really drop.
And not going home with this feeling. One of my little secrets is to finish on a high, or finish with a number, or finish with something positive, because if you go home with that angry feeling, you'll say fuck this day game, and you'll go out the next day and that angry feeling will get worse. So finishing on a positive, even if it's just a fun interaction, and she's married and whatever, you don't get the clothes, but it's a good interaction. So we did that today with the students. Make sure you finish on a high, positive reference experience. Some guys do the holistic thing of like stopping and breathing, remembering that this is meant to be fun. Day game is, talking to girls is fun, like feeling the feet on the ground, deep breaths, all that stuff. I personally don't do that. I just keep going until I get a positive. And we know that in some of the worst day game days I've ever had, I say, fuck this shit, come on Tom, keep going. And then what do you know, I had one in Toronto actually, a bad day, and then I went to sit in a cafe and thought, just take 5 minutes Tom. Had a coffee and in front of me was a girl, and I went, here we go. Opened her and it turned out to be a nice bounce to a park, and a failed same day late, but it was a really good 2-3 hour attempt, and it was a really good reference experience. So from experience, okay, anger is part of it. As you said, don't suppress it. Suppressed anger is very dangerous, but be very careful you're not losing the frame, you're not losing control. I've spoken about shit tests many times. Shit tests are frame tests. They're completely normal, they're healthy, they're actually good. The girl's interested in you, she's testing your reliability to lead. If she's going to vanquish control, she needs to test whether, you've got your shit together. So enjoy frame tests, expect them, be ready for them. How old are you? Do you do this all the time? Why are you single? Is this game? What do you want from me? These are all classic shit tests. You shouldn't be getting angry with this. But, as you said, after 2 or 3 dates, then you need to start thinking, okay, is this progressing? Is she a princess? Am I getting played here actually by a professional girl who's really good at game? Like, what does she want? Often in Kiev I was like, hang on a minute, am I hustling or is she hustling? And yeah, okay, walk away if she's a hustler. Or, like you said, she's progressing. Okay, wait, and then bang, like a teacher, bang. Listen to the podcasts I've done before.
A high value guy would do, yeah. You might put up with it for a few times, but eventually you'll put your foot down. A teacher won't put up with you being a naughty bastard at school, so you shouldn't put up with that kind of behaviour as well.
Do you remember the best teachers were always really calm, and then suddenly it was like bang, and you respected them because they weren't dicks all the time, they weren't losing it. Yeah, we spotted a day gamer, good. Got a gamers going on. That's a day gamer. Where are you looking? Go on, go for the smoker. And I'll talk about getting angry with game, getting angry with quote unquote the red pill, swallowing the red pill, the bitter taste of the red pill. I've spoken about this before, where if you start reading about biology and game and how women really behave in terms of dating and mating, and you take no action but you just read theory and you watch videos and you listen to podcasts and you get online and you're on forums and you're writing comments, it's very normal for the side effect to be anger, depression, cynicism, the bitterness, jealousy, rage, because you know that the secret society exists, but you blame women for it. You say, God, they're bitches, they're sluts, this is going on, they're cheating. And this is why I say stay away from forums and stay away from mental masturbation, guys on keyboards moaning about women, moaning about players, moaning about the game, because this will take you not only into a downward spiral, but I've seen guys that never come out. Like, you go darker and darker and darker, and they see life like, God is dead. It's like discovering, evolution after being very religious. It can make you extremely depressed, or you can think, well, fuck this, I'm going to make my own meaning, life is beautiful. You can see it as a positive. So I see these truths as a positive because I take advantage of them. I don't blame women for it. I say this is the true nature of women, and I'm going to take advantage of this and enjoy being the lover, not the provider. But I'm just talking, Craig, about angry guys on the internet.
Yes.
And you've read lots of red pill stuff, but can you see why guys get really angry? A guy in Toronto actually asked me this. He had read so much material that he was so angry that when he approached girls, they could tell he had this like hatred of women. And you've met many guys that are like steaming, you know?
Yeah, well, I used to be on some of the big forums, and you could see people, you could tell the people that were out doing game and the people that were just keyboard jockeys, because these people would be the ones that they know the problem, they know the solution, but they're not taking action, and so they get in this perpetual cycle of they're stuck in the middle. They're not better off from where they perceived themselves to be at the start, and they're not moving towards where they want to be. So you become bitter. Yeah.
She's like, you only call her a slut if she didn't sleep with you, because you're like, oh, she was such a slut. You know, like she slept with all those other guys, just not me. You wouldn't have called her a slut if she slept with you. You would have written a lay report about it. So, yeah. The short answer is less forums. I would say log off forums. The real job of a forum is to find a wing, learn the basics, which you can now do off YouTube. Log off forums. There's a lot of, what did you call it, like dick waving, dick measuring.
Oh, dick measuring on Twitter as well, like just people. Yeah, like what the one-upmanship and stuff, and that doesn't really benefit anyone. I mean, it's not helping your game.
It's like back to school, isn't it? With like. I call them paper tigers, yeah. Whereas you get out there, day game is a walk, day game is a meditation, day game is good for anger management and breathing, and if you're finishing with a number or a positive experience, that's good. If you're going on lots of dates and sleeping with lots of women, you realise, wow, I love this red pill stuff. It's amazing that there's lovers and providers. It's amazing that girls do all these things. Whereas sure, if you've gone through a divorce and you've lost money, you've lost kids, I can understand why that makes you angry. But you've got two solutions. I always say, you can be the victim, and you can sit there and you can moan as much as you want, or you can say fuck it, right? Let's use this anger as fuel, and that's the message of this podcast, really. It can be a destructive force, or it can be really, really good, because anger and competitive feelings as well, they push me to do stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like haters, you've seen some of my weird emails. I could either sit there and go, oh my god, all these guys, this is terrible, or you can just say fuck it, onwards, you know. So it's a choice, man, and that sounds like a Tony Robbins quote, but it's a choice. And we are strolling around. It's time for some gutter game, because tomorrow we are leaving Munich. We've been in Cologne, today we're in Munich. You're off to soon you're off to, where are you going? Riga, then you're going to Barcelona.
Riga for I'm going to see a girl that I met there last time I was there, and to hopefully close a few leads, and then I'm teaching a residential in Barcelona in November.
Are you in London for some of November? That's what the guys were asking.
Yeah, so I will be back in London for the final 3 weeks of November before we jet off to Vegas.
Vegas, baby, swingers. The reality of swingers, or the hangover come true. And then this is important because guys keep nagging me about Australia. I have to say, in all transparency and honesty, I'm not a fan of Australia, even though it's like a hub for day game. I'm not a fan of Sydney. I'm not a fan of Australia just because the beach thing is not for me. But you lived in Australia, didn't you? And you love Australia, and you're going back to Australia in January.
After Vegas, really, end of December, over Christmas, New Year's, and early January. I should be in Sydney for a little bit before I head off to New Zealand to do some kind of adventure stuff. So if there's guys in Sydney that want to do some coaching, get in touch.
Yeah, there is a big community in Sydney. still unexplainable really, because it's such a small day game area. The Pitt Street. But if guys are emailing me asking me about when am I coming to Sydney, the answer is I'm not, sadly. There you go. I might be in New Zealand, but not Sydney. But you are, and Craig's a fan, and you've got mates there, and you enjoy it.
Day game there. I've got success there. I know the vibe. I know the day game hotspots and the kind of.
So when's that? End of December, January?
Yeah, so after Vegas, mid to late December, over Christmas, New Year's, and early January I should be there. So.
All right, well, email me, tom@tomtorero.com, if you want to meet Craig in Australia or you are in London. I'm not doing any more coaching now, but the London with you is the last 3 weeks of November.
Last 3 weeks of November, yeah.
All righty, man. Sorry, excuse me. Do you speak English?
I do.
I have to say something to you.
What?
You look very nice. Because you're so like dreamy and I thought you were just going to walk into the road and be killed by a car.
Yeah, I probably.
I said maybe she's really tired, or she's done lots of yoga, or lots of drugs,
I don't do yoga at all.
or you're just naturally zen. Are you, I'm guessing you're a student?
I am.
Yeah, with an American accent.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You need a nice British accent.
I know. But I need to go to Britain for that.
Or you need to watch a lot of James Bond,
Yeah, and Sherlock.
Sherlock, or Harry
I
Potter.
love Sherlock.
Do you love him, or do you love the thing?
Both.
Girls always say, oh, I love Sherlock.
No, I love the...
Don't stand in the road. You love the series. And have you ever visited my country?
I have relatives in England.
And what did you think?
I like it. I like it. I really do. I wish I could go there more often for study there, but it's quite expensive.
You're so American. You're really American.
I know.
That's crazy, but it's a Californian,
really Yeah. But I've never been to America longer than 3 weeks.
You've really adopted the...
Yeah, I have. I guess. A lot of movies.
I need to feed you some British movies, with elocution. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. Do you know that? You have to say that every morning. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, because it's long vowels.
It's very British.
Tomato, not tomato.
Tomato.
Hello.
Like American, you always sound very superficial and very
Bit too
dull.
happy. Bit too inauthentic. Yeah.
There's nothing posh about American.
And you? You're a Bavarian?
I am. I've been born in Munich.
Yep. To be honest, I noticed the socks and the Doc Martens.
Is that a very Bavarian thing or not?
No, it's just cute. It's like, wow, this is it's cold and she's not sacrificing. And you're a student?
I am.
Studying.
Yes.
What, based on
Based on looks.
Okay. This could go horribly wrong. I'd say politics.
No. But one could say it's quite close. It's philosophy.
Oh, that's not really close to politics.
It depends on what kind of philosophy, but normally not. Yeah.
When I was at university, I was always jealous of the philosophy students.
Why?
Because I was a science student, so I was working hard in the laboratory doing my data, and the philosophy students would meet in their room and drink tea and eat toast and discuss big questions about life.
You have to read a lot. You have to read very, very much, and work a lot through ideas.
And always carry books.
Always carry books.
Always look like you're working. That's the trick.
Yeah. No, I really like it. I didn't choose it because it's the best path for my career, which is nothing, because as a philosopher you can do practically nothing. But
I don't really know what philosophy is. I read Sophie's World, and that's it.
They can go into journalism. They can.
Well, don't be a journalist. Don't sell yourself.
I really don't want to go there.
Well, you could move to London and
I'd love to. But it's still kind of expensive.
You might become a really wealthy woman, yeah?
As philosopher.
No, it's your plan B. Your plan B is what? Writing? What are you? A dancer? A musician?
I could do a lot of things. That's a problem. There are so many things I would be interested in.
Yeah, but there's a passion. Like, everyone just has one passion. Anyway, this is very deep.
Yeah.
I'm like a psychotherapist now.
Yeah. I could have studied psychology.
That's a bit more interesting.
Or like medicine.
No. My parents are doctors.
Oh wow.
Stay away.
Like my whole family are doctors.
Oh,
and,
gosh.
Businessmen.
Oh, no. It would have destroyed your dreamy vibe. I like your dreamy vibe. What's your name?
Leah.
Leah. Tom.
Very English.
Thomas.
Thomas is
Could be
very
German. Thomas.
Yeah.
It's
But
very.
it's not so common.
Tom and Jerry. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, like in Germany.
Princess Leia. Leah or
Leah, but without the H. So Lea.
I just think of King Lear, obviously. Lear. I don't know. Is that an English word as well? English name?
Yeah, but with an H at the end.
Lear. I don't know any Lears.
I do actually. I do even know British Leahs.
Okay, well, it's like a Lear club.
Yeah, they're like a big underground society.
You're like a little cult. Well, listen, Leah, I was going to have a little coffee if you want
No.
10 minutes, yeah.
I'm actually meeting with a friend for the cinema in a couple of
Oh,
minutes.
so sensible, but maybe after this one, no? If you're not sleepy.
Today won't work.
Leah, don't be an old lady. Come
No,
on.
it's true.
Well, another time or later. But just I'll send you a message, and if you want to come, come.
Okay.
If you don't want to come, don't come. Fair?
Sounds good.
Have you decided on what film you'll see?
Inferno. Which is only because there were no French films.
Ooh la la. You are like an art house girl.
Yeah, kind of. A lot of French original versions.
You're ticking off all my bohemian things here. Philosopher,
Like French movies.
sexy socks, le French, dreamy. So it's attractive. That's why I used to be really attracted to French girls.
Yeah, French girl. Yeah.
Well, honestly,
I don't like the French lifestyle. I love the language. I love the feeling.
well, you know what? Eventually, I found a beautiful French girl, and I dated her, and she was cool.
Did
But
she speak English? Because most French people don't.
they
learn
don't like to speak English. She was
They
Parisian.
just don't learn English at school.
Well, they do, but they refuse to speak it.
Depends. I got a lot of French friends who just say they just
Well,
didn't
they
learn it.
pretend
They're pretending.
Parisians,
But
you know.
I love.
But as you
French.
said, she was attractive, but the kind of Parisian high society
Yeah,
bourgeois
very-
was not for me. So, enough French cinema. Okay, hang on, I need a plus. This is in English.
Yeah, I can do that. There you go.
So what is it, the cinema and then you're studying?
No, not studying. Cinema and then a bar and then going home again.
Why are you going home? You're a student.
Yeah, it's true.
With no H.
With no age. That's right.
Okay. Do you remember my name?
Tom.
Das ist good.
I'm good at remembering things.
I'm bad with names, but very good with faces. Yeah. All right, beautiful Leah. Enjoy the cinema.
Yeah, thanks. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing.
The day is finished, Leah.
The day is finished.
The night is
enjoy
beginning.
nothing.
Well, tomorrow I go to London, so I'm out tonight with some German friends, and then I'm coming back to Munich soon.
What are you doing in Germany?
I'm a spy. Looking for lazy philosophers.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's evident.
Finally, I found one.
Yeah. It's probably very hard to do.
It's tough. It's a tough job. Yeah. Anyway, it was very nice.
Good evening.
You're very cute. See you soon.
See